Lead by example. Effective leadership involves showing, not just telling. If you want your employees to do what you want them to do, then you should set the tone and demonstrate how it should be done. Excluding yourself from your own rules is a surefire way to lose your employees' respect and make you unlikable. Practice what you preach, even if it's just for simple guidelines such as being professional or always being on time. Never stop improving. Great leaders are constantly finding ways to improve themselves and find new skills in areas that they can learn and master. You should be open to the opportunities that come your way to achieve greater heights and pursue new possibilities. Prioritize growth and constantly challenge your team to be better versions of themselves. Be goal-oriented. Don't focus too much on the details and always keep the big picture in mind. Create a list of personal, team, and organizational goals and come up with a definite plan and strategy to achieve these goals. Direct your team's focus and energy into prioritizing urgent or crucial goals. These goals shouldn't be static. Instead, periodically evaluate them to adjust as needed. Keep in mind that when your goals and expectations are clearly defined, your team members can better understand the end result that they're working towards as a unit. Furthermore, it's easier to monitor progress and determine failures and successes. Take responsibility. True leaders do whatever needs to be done. However, when things go wrong, you shouldn't point fingers or play the blame game. You should take responsibility for your team's actions and choices and their results. In doing this, you'll show that you're worthy of your team's trust and respect. Nonetheless, this doesn't mean that incompetent or reckless behavior from a team member should be swept under the rug. It just means that when mistakes happen, you don't assign blame or offer up a scapegoat. Instead, you identify the source of the problem, come up with a course of action to correct the situation, and prevent it from ever happening again. Be decisive. Decisiveness refers to the ability to make decisions efficiently and to obtain a specific result. Leaders who are decisive decision makers appear more credible to their team members. A fast, well-informed decision, coupled with a sense of personal responsibility, shows your confidence and effectiveness as a leader. No matter what industry you belong in, you're going to face difficult situations where quick and clear-cut actions are necessary. When it's time to decide, you should believe in your ability to guide your team to the right outcome and provide an impactful decision that aligns with your organization's goals and vision. Give credit where it's due. Don't be that boss who takes all the credit for your team's success and hard work. Don't hog all the spotlight to yourself. Be team-oriented and give credit where it's due. Effective team leaders recognize that any situation, any success, any achievement within the organization is a joint effort. Remember that no one wants to follow a selfish leader. Furthermore, it'll be difficult for you to motivate your team when the next big project rolls around, because they know that their contributions and talents won't get recognized. Be confident. Projecting confidence is not an easy thing to do. Some people are natural at looking at ease with themselves and their skills, while others may require a little bit more effort. Have faith in yourself and your capabilities, and remember that you don't need to be loved or accepted by other people to be a good leader. Be authentic. Authenticity means being comfortable in your own skin. It's never a good idea to put on a fake persona or imitate leadership styles that don't really suit your natural personality. Instead, be proud of your true self. Draw from your personal values, strengths, and experiences. By standing up for who you really are, you inspire others to be the best versions of themselves. Engage in honest and open communication. One of the hallmarks of effective leadership is an honest and open line of communication with your team. Remember that it's crucial to be straightforward and ethical in your interactions, especially when you expect your team to follow your example. Be flexible and change up your communication style depending on the team member or the situation. This also means you'll need to take the time to figure out which mode of communication each person prefers. You want to make sure that you're heard and understood, but remember that communication is a two-way street. Be a great listener and show that you're genuinely interested in what other people have to say. Be direct, transparent, and honest. And be consistent and constant with your communication. Remember that your team expects you to be there for them, especially in difficult situations. So make yourself accessible and provide your team with several ways to contact you when they need help. Connect with your team members. Find ways to connect with your team members and achieve a mutual sense of trust and respect. Having a real and personal connection with your team will create the trust that is crucial when ensuring accountability and boosting performance. To create a genuine and positive connection with your team, take the time to learn more about their interests, their hobbies, preferences, strengths, and weaknesses. These things will give you a deeper insight into their personal goals and motivation. Get in the trenches and spend time with the team to create a deep bond built on shared purpose. Encourage personal and professional growth. As a leader, you should be invested in the growth and success of your team members. Provide them with opportunities that will improve their skills or help them learn new ones. Encourage them to do their best and be ready to take on challenges. Be ready to inspire and motivate. Remember that cheering your team on is a crucial aspect of being an effective leader. Set aside a budget, even a small one, dedicated to the professional and personal growth of your team. You can use this to organize training sessions, purchase leadership e-courses and books, or set up a mentorship program. Help turn them into leaders by encouraging freedom, accountability, and creativity. Mentor your team regularly and teach them how to be excellent in their tasks and determined to achieve their goals. Be positive. As much as you want every day to go as you've planned, you're bound to encounter the occasional roadblock. The way you handle an adverse situation speaks volumes for your leadership skills. Research shows that when people are able to identify the good in any problematic situation, they're better able to react with clarity and rationality. Before you come up with a solution to any kind of problem at work, try to think of 3 positive things about the situation. This will reduce your stress and help you be more productive. A leader that focuses on solutions rather than problems is more likely to foster an engaged and productive team. A confident and enthusiastic outlook serves as a source of inspiration for your employees. Be receptive to new ideas. Change is inevitable, and those who try to maintain the status quo will only get left behind. Be receptive to the new ideas and perspectives that your team members bring to the table. Change-capable leaders drive innovation, engagement, and success. Encourage your team members to provide their insights and ideas. Knowing that they have an active role in your decision-making will make them feel more empowered and engaged. Take the time to talk to them one-on-one to get their suggestions on how certain things can be improved. You can also hold quarterly meetings to develop initiatives that can benefit the team and the organization. Keep learning. Effective leaders are the product of a never-ending process of learning and development. You don't want to be the type of leader with outdated knowledge and strategies that are no longer applicable or relevant. Don't be complacent and strive to learn something new every day about your team, your industry, and the world. Work on your leadership skills by attending conferences or enrolling in courses. Don't be afraid to venture into uncharted territories. Visit other departments within the organization, talk to other leaders within your network, and get to know outside consultants that your company can employ. Read books, blogs, and research reports. Participate in external industry events where you can learn about trends, discover new developments and solutions, and expand your network. Be empathetic. Empathetic leaders show compassion and care. When you're able to empathize with your team members' feelings and situations, you'll make them feel valued, respected, and understood. Before you respond to a mistake, put yourself in their shoes. Take some time to compose yourself and your thoughts. Come up with realistic deadlines and expectations. If it's something that you can't even accomplish yourself, it might be time to rethink your decision. Recognize their work and efforts regularly. And when you're reflecting on your actions or decisions, try to visualize yourself as one of your own employees and ask yourself whether or not it inspires you to be more productive or perform better at work. Share your vision. A clear and definite vision is essential to effective leadership. A clear vision will give your leadership direction, and without it, no one in the company will have a sense of purpose. If you don't already have one, create one that embodies your hopes, ideals, and goals for your team and for the entire organization. Share this vision with your team members to guide them in their tasks and create in them a desire for growth and improvement. By sharing with them your mental picture of the future, you make your plans more attainable and strengthen your commitment to achieving them. Manage your emotions. Great leaders know how to control their emotion because they understand that every reaction, whether it's positive or negative, will have an effect on their team and the overall success of the organization. A leader who can't manage his emotions well can bring down morale and wreak havoc on the company's bottom line. Depersonalize issues. Don't take any of your team's actions personally. In fact, it's almost never the case that the issue is about you. Never immediately respond to any feedback that you receive or problem that you encounter. Take the time to acknowledge it, assess what you're dealing with, and come up with a list of possible actions or solutions. Admit when you're wrong. A lot of people think that admitting that you're wrong means you're weak. However, the opposite is actually true. Nothing says strong and confident than having the ability to admit your mistake. Remember that being a leader is not about being right or perfect all the time. It's about accountability. If you did or said something, then you should be accountable for its results. Don't try to cover up or blame other people for your mistakes. Instead, own up to what you did wrong and learn from it. It's a great opportunity to let your team know what you've learned. This is an effective way to build connection and trust. Learn how to spot talent. One of the most important aspects of good leadership is knowing how to identify the people who can move your vision forward. However, hiring the right team members is just part of the process. You should also know how these people, with their diverse backgrounds and abilities, can work together harmoniously and effectively. Learn to recognize the strengths of your people. When you do, you can then introduce strategies and plans to help them improve their existing skills, compensate for their weaknesses, and grow in the best possible direction. Support their development and encourage them to fight for their dreams. Encourage independence and flexibility. Once you're certain that your team knows how to get the job done right, stay out of their way. Remember that you hired these people because you believe in their capability to produce your desired results. Sometimes strategies don't work the way you want them to. Instead of getting frustrated over the situation, encourage your team to adapt and come up with something different. Make sure that your people have all the support, training, and tools they need to make the right decisions. Cheer them on, but step back and let them do their job. Trust in the fact that you've chosen smart, capable people to handle it. There may be times when you'll have to step up and assist with tougher decisions, especially when there's a struggle to reach a consensus. Learn to recognize these instances when your team needs a leader to choose the right path.